sword of a faith no matter what they believed. And you can say, oh, it's just random. Yeah, or it isn't. You remember the flag that they found, singed, but still there. Metaphor, very powerful as a message in a moment. Those signs told us that everything that matters isn't gone. Even though there was so much loss, something worthy remained. And that's the right focus. If that's the case, and I believe it is here as well, then you're going to be aiming for something better. And here are my 3 reasons. 3 signs for me. 1, that front facade. It could have gone down. We know there was fire in at least one of those towers. But it didn't. The flames fell short. The men who were fighting the first responders, they got in there, and they saved the face of Our Lady. She's there, incomplete, but there. The spire is gone. 2, that copper rooster, the symbol of France, survived that crucible. It was at the top of the spire. The spire falls in. We all saw that. It is now laying in an oven for hours, intact. Look at the man holding it. The rooster is intact. I know copper has a high flash point in heat. My point was, what metal is going to withstand that much heat in those many hours, and how is it not crushed? Heat, time, and circumstance, and yet it survived. In fact, when we were watching the event yesterday, I took this picture of the screen. I couldn't believe there were birds that seemed to be staying with Our Lady, even when she was engulfed in fire. Just thought it was a weird juxtaposition. Now it turns out the rooster survived. Kind of eerie, but not really, because eerie means frightening, and it's not. It's inspiring. And if you're there at home, you know, shut up with your hocus pocus. I argue this. Guess what was inside that copper rooster that survived when so little else could? Relics placed there in 1935, including a piece of Jesus' crown of thorns. The Archbishop called the rooster a spiritual lightning rod to protect the parishioners inside. Come on, what are the chances? Not good, and who cares? It's a sign. We should take it as a motivator that there is more to this cause than the return of steel and stone. This isn't about faith. It's certainly not about religion. It's about looking for proof that there is something soulful here, something worthy for us to come together. And that's my 3rd sign. The most powerful, my point, the people. Inside, despite all the fire, the votive candles lit by people from everywhere in this world were never touched by flame. Their prayers protected from hellfire by Our Lady. And the people have come to answer what could be her prayers as well. They came to her in her hour of need. They mourned her in Paris, here in America, all over Europe, all over the world, watching her burn, feeling that pain, watching the coverage, filling the toxic wastelands of social media with positivity and aspirational notions of the need to come together to match the magnitude of the mess many times over with a message that what matters most remains. The basic reality that we are all in it together, interconnected, interdependent. The people are the church, not the places. And that is all that need remain. Us and our will to do better. Rebuild Our Lady, but even more importantly, renovate. Money is pouring in from around the world. You heard the Cardinal, he wants to get us to chip in here in New York. Adorn her in the trappings of this time as well as those that she survived. And my hope is in this tragedy, we see opportunity. We see signs. We look at how we came together. A sense of collective purpose, donations, do-gooders, simply people showing compassion. These are the signs I'm talking about. Hearts and minds of a collective soul of goodwill. I haven't seen it burn this bright. In the cause of repairing and restoring beauty, crowds like this these most days are fueled by anger and opposition, but not here. This is about what remains and the signs that show us it is worth coming together and we are stronger together. And hopefully she will be back with us soon. That's our show for tonight. I'm running late. Let me get it to D. Lemon right now.
Yeah,